Aloha, everybody. This is Dave Wallace coming to you from Waiwa, Hawaii, in my backyard, and it's Sunday, and it's a beautiful day sitting under the lychee tree. Anyway, I wanted to spend today sharing with you what is life like for me as a psychic and as a natural clairvoyant. Okay, and a lot of people have been asking me that recently. How do I deal with it? And how is life like for me? And for me, this is something I've been dealing with for a very long time. Okay. And just to recap some of the gifts that I have, first one and the most prominent one is my gift of sight, the ability to see things that other people cannot see. Some of these things are spirits, okay? Some of these things may be energies or actions that was done in a room, a few minutes up to several years ago. And it's for me, it's like watching a video being replayed. And I see those things when I enter homes. And other people's energies, I see colors around them. I'm not too sure what people refer to auras, but there's kind of like every person, when I focus and want to look at how the person is, whether the person is well or ill, that's one of the things that I look for. What kind of colors surround them? You can call it an aura. I just look at um, their wellness light. What kind of light they're giving out? Okay. So these are some things, and very strong in visuals. I also have dreams that uh, I see things that are about to happen in my dreams. And this morning I had a really interesting dream because all of my grandbabies that were born, uh, they come to me in a dream before they're born. And this morning I was visited by another mo'opuna, okay? And the cute little boy reminded me of my son's second boy, Connie. And in this dream, I saw him sleeping, and it was like my wife and I were babysitting him. And he was fast asleep, and I went to kiss him, and he grabbed me by my ears, and he says, "Hi, Tutu, man." And I said, "Oh, how are you?" And I call him Connie. He says, "I'm not Connie. My name Dean." Okay, so this is another Kiki. Now there's, uh, I'm not sure if it's a grandbaby or great grandbaby, but it's like something is in the works there. So these are some of the things that can happen to me. Um, I've had many, many dreams come true. Okay. And so, besides seeing things, I can also feel energy. And as a Reiki master, I depend on this sense of feeling to identify people who are well or people who are sick. And for people who are sick, they draw energy from me, okay? And they pull energy from me. And one of the common things with common rules with energy is that energy flows from where there's plenty to where there's energy needed. Okay, so if you have plenty energy and you're very healthy and you're carrying good mana in you, when you walk into an environment where people are not well, they will draw, and you can feel the mana being uh, pulled away from you. Okay, so these are things that I I can see and feel. The third thing that I can do if I really, really focus on, especially rooms where a lot of activities were happening. And this is where I like to turn my disability on in Vegas because before I step into a room or step up to a crap stable, okay, I want to know if this crap stable is a lively one where a lot of people been winning, or if this table is dead and nothing's happening. And to do that, I put my hand on a table and I close my eyes for a short moment and I watch. So I watch what happened, and inside my mind I say, "Show me what happened in the last half hour." And within a few seconds, zoop, everything that happened in that time I can see. And I can see what kind of chips people had and how much they won or lost. And why is this table empty all of a sudden? So all of that I can sense and feel. And so I also listen, okay, to the kinds of communication was going on the table. If you hear a lot of people say, "Hey, yay!" screaming and yelling and having fun, then you know this table has, or this environment has been producing a lot of excitement. So this is part of the excitement you want to latch into, so you can slide in and fit into that. However, if the environment was quiet, like you going to a wake, okay, or hardly anybody saying anything, or the words that they're saying is kind of like muffled beneath their breath because they don't want to swear. Okay, so these are some of the things that I look for. Okay, so that's basically everyday things. When I go shopping, I need to be aware of the environment that I'm entering and prepare myself to enter. My wife and I are right at the age where we qualify to go shopping early at Costco. So you get a lot of older people going to Costco at the same time as we do. And you have to be aware that many of these people have some serious health conditions that they will be pulling energy from you. So before I step into an environment like that, I need to prepare myself. The environments that I don't like going into because of the presence of a lot of emotions and a lot of emptiness and sadness. Number one is hospitals. Okay. Um, it's really interesting that the hospitals, you have more people dying there, right? And there and other hospice centers. And in fact, I don't like stepping into any hospice situation because these are people who are about to make the transition, and it's a very active spiritual setting for me. There's a lot of things that I see. Um, People surrounded by their ancestors, people surrounded by their friends, people surrounded by light, some people. And it's sad when you walk into a place like that and you know that people are dying, and you look at a person that is ready to go and there's hardly any kupuna around or family member around. So you wonder what happened to this person. Okay, why is no one coming to assist this person to make the transition? Okay, so hospitals and places like that, I don't like going into. Okay, another place that I don't like going to and are funerals, and funerals again, especially if they have the body on display in a casket. A lot of times I'll see the person who passed away. Their spirit would be roaming around, and it's interesting to watch um, family members and the interaction of the spirit of the person that passed away interact with the crowd. And a lot of times, this person's spirit will be walking among the relatives, and for the people that are really sobbing and expressing their grief at that time, the spirits hang around them and console them. And sometimes you can see another older spirit or several older spirits come to this person's aid. So, if you're attending a funeral of a loved one and you are missing them and you're crying and you feel really sad and you're pouring out your grief, and suddenly you feel like you're surrounded with love and compassion, that's the reason, okay? It's your family members coming to you, recognizing your grief, and trying to help you overcome your grief. So these are some things that I see and witness. The more frightening funerals to go are those people who refuse to make the transition. They refuse to believe they're dead, and it's very difficult for them. They're angry. They're very, very upset, and you can tell that the spirit of this person is really angry by the atmosphere. Um, the people that are attending funeral like that, if the person is really angry, not very pleased that he passed away, the people who are attending, you're gonna get a lot of arguments. You're gonna get a lot of beefing, griping going on, and this is an indication of the displeasure that the deceased is having. So I've been to several of those. Okay, in fact, as a kid, in one of my previous story times, I told you about a man who passed away on Molokai that refused to go, refused to believe that he died. He didn't want to die. He didn't want to be buried. So it made it very difficult for the pallbearers to even lift the casket. Okay, so that has happened, and I've seen it with my own eyes. So these are situations and things that I um, I witness and experience every day. And I enjoyed the pandemic. Actually, it was a good break for me because I hardly left my house. So, but anytime I'm in a crowd, and you know, since being vaccinated, my wife and I have been going more shopping together, and I'm going in the store, and I'm beginning to mingle among other people, and these sensations are coming back. Today we went through Walmart, and there was one person that was draining my energy there, just pulling, and I looked and I saw a woman that was discolored. Something's wrong with their circulation and the heart. So I picked that up right away. And so this person wasn't well and was draining energy from me. Okay. And another person that when my wife and I went to Times in Mililani, there was another person in the produce area that something's wrong with the person's chest. I could feel pressing in the chest. Okay, and again, these are things that um, I'm very sensitive to. Okay, because as a medical intuitive, that's where my energies are focused on, and my intent is to help people. Okay, so um, that's how life is for me, and for my wife when we've been married for a while, and from day one, and she's been noticing some of my abilities, and realize when I turn and look at someone a certain way, or stop all of a sudden and look around, she knows something. I'm sensing something wrong and something not right. Okay, so uh, these energies I not only feel in people, but I feel in places. And you need to remember that places that we go and things that we do and say, we leave an energy imprint there. Okay, so when people like me come through this area, and if there's a strong emotional thing that happened, or dealing with anger or even extreme happiness, I'll pick that up. I'll sense that. And so in the environment, we think it's open air. No, it's a confined space too. So everything that we do, we leave a trail, and we leave evidence of our actions in the environment. And people like me and other gifted people can pick those things up. So, how do I sleep at night? Sometimes it's very difficult to sleep because so much. I've been working as a remote viewer, and I've been asked to project my mind into the future using my gifts to predict the rise and fall of the stock market. I've also been asked to do some cryptocurrency work, and also taking a look at sports, projecting into the future. And all of these are these abilities to predict something is based on my ability to see and visualize um, certain things and come back and report from the future. So in a way, I'm a time traveler. Okay, and my time machine is right here, right in the brain. Okay, and so these are some of the things that I do, and I guess because I'm doing more and more remote viewing, I consider myself a full time remote viewer. My mind is out there looking into the future, and some of the images that I get come to me clearer when I'm sleeping. So sometimes it bothers me, and the what I see coming in the next several months up until December, very disturbing. Some of the things that I see, and yeah, especially in foreign countries, we need to be very careful. Okay. Anyway, there's a lot of trouble in the horizon, and as far as trying to deal with it, um, not all of the predictions I make are 100% accurate. Okay, and that's the thing about the future. Something happens. What I see is something that will most likely happen. Okay, but a lot of times it will happen, but in a different way. Okay, so my perceptions of the future can change. Okay, the future is not written in stone. Anyway, I just wanted to share this certain aspect of my life and explain, uh, how my life is, and that's the main reason why I wrote the book, "The Journey of Our Souls." In the Journey of Our Souls, it traces my life from the time I was a child and the struggles I faced as a child, dealing with not only my gifts and the skills that I was learning, but also the people that were offended by it. Okay, and so as a child, I had no control over that. But as an adult, if you're offended by what I say and do, That's not my problem. That's yours. Okay. So don't put your fears into my life because we don't share the same beliefs. Okay. Anyway, so that's the way I live my life. If you want to believe anything you want, that's up to you. That's your choice, and God bless you for that. And all I ask is that allow me to believe in what I believe, okay, and leave me in peace. Anyway, this is Dave Wallace, and mahalo for listening, and you take care. And until next week, aloha.